Welcome back to another episode on the Abandoned Supra. Last time we got it started and managed to drive it home. This time we got some serious work to do. Let's get into it. So straight away, we jump into the engine bay and we're just having a look round, assessing exactly what we need to do here, exactly what we need. And then we jump onto those really dim headlights and start testing to see, one, if they're actually working, and two, what can we do with these lenses? Can we save them? As you can see here, they're so dim, but it does look like all the bulbs are working. And then over to the back and let's see what's going on with them.
Right, hazards are on.
Hazards work.
One, you've got them both there.
Let's check the front ones.
Down there, yeah. Down there. Hazards all right on.
Right, brake lights.
On.
Yeah, this one is very dim.
And you got the one in the centre, yeah?
That's
centre.
working. So I reckon a bulb for that one maybe. Very dim.
Yeah, on.
Yep.
Off.
Right, side lights.
Side lights. Yep, side lights.
Okay, they all work. Now push the brake.
On.
Yep.
Off.
Do it again.
On.
Right, okay. So the issue is with this, it might just be the bulb. Do you want me to do it so you can see?
No, you can tell me what's up and I'll write it down. So hazards are okay.
Hazards are okay. Number plate lights are good.
That's on.
Yep.
Oh, no, it's off now. On. So it was on already. On. Off.
Nothing. Okay, let's check reverse.
Reverse.
Yeah, reverse. One. Is that right?
That's it, yeah.
After our inspection's complete, we went and had a look through the parts that Chaz already had in stock. We made a list and also jumped back on the Supra forum, just to check that we're going to be putting the right fluids and the right parts into this car. So with that complete, now we can crack on. So first up, a nice easy job. We had popped our filter out and gave it a wash and left it to dry. Now using the correct K&N filter oil, we're just giving that a light dusting. Wipe away the excess and we can pop that in, and that's the first job done. We didn't realise though how much harder the jobs were going to get. After this, we dumped the old engine oil out and removed the filter. Onto the new filter, just filling that up with a bit of oil, give the oil pump half a chance to get that oil round the engine. Little wipe round the seal just to ensure that doesn't dry out and get that fitted. Now we fill her up and on to the next job. Right, so we just changed the oil, that's all buttoned up. So we're going for the spark plugs now. Toyota, in their infinite wisdom, you have to take all this off just to access two plugs. So yeah, a bit more involved than we first thought. So to get the intake off, it's various vacuum hoses and breathers. I think there was a coolant line, goes to the back of the block.
Bolts to the side.
Yeah, the sensors. Mounting bracket, two sensors. Actually,
all the way around that.
Actually unbolting it there. So it's a fairly involved, to be fair.
It was strapped down like a spider web, wasn't it?
It was. It was. So it's, but yeah, we've got it done. So we're gonna crack on, get these leads off, get these plugs out. So now we've got that throttle body removed. Removing the spark plugs, no different to any other engine. They were quite deep in there, so we're just cleaning up as we go along, make sure nothing falls down in there. So I had forgotten my spark plug spanner, so I had to use the magnetic telescopic little gadget to actually remove them and get them back in again. But hey, it worked. The plugs didn't actually look too bad, but as this car's sat around, we're going to replace them anyway. And with all 6 fitted, we can get the leads back on and move on. Want a nice good connection, because we don't want to be taking that intake off again. Let's get this intake back on. So I suppose underneathy stuff first.
What, pipes underneath? Yeah.
Yeah. So where did all this shit go?
Coolant?
That was the last one we took off, weren't it?
Yeah. So we had the fat pipe under here.
That's that one, isn't it?
No, that's there tucked in.
Yeah.
The clip, yeah.
Yeah, let's get the pliers. If you do your one first, because that was the hardest one to get to.
This one, wasn't it?
Oh, this one can go back on, but I didn't need to take off. I done one. To me. Yep, that's on. Yes, right, okay. That's that one. This one?
Yep.
Yep.
That's it. That bracket's in place there.
Right.
4 nuts going on.
2 vacuum pipes at the bottom. Yeah, lovely. That goes on there, that goes on there. Lovely. Right, we are all back together. Right, we've just done a little parts run. First thing we're going to do with our new bits and pieces is a coolant change. Get the bonnet open and get this coolant changed.
Some gloves.
Right, apologies for the dodgy camera focus here, but the camera seemed to have a mind of its own. So we're just draining out the old coolant, trying to get out as much out as we can. Then in goes our new coolant. Fill it up to the top, then we can run her up and try and get her up to temperature. So when we were doing this, we realised we weren't getting any heat out the fans at all, and it quickly became clear that we had an airlock. We tried burping it from the bottom hose, but that didn't seem to work. We tried running it at fast idle, and that didn't work. We were starting to get worried that it was going to boil over because it was getting hot and starting to steam. We've just dumped the old fluid, the old coolant, new stuff is in, so we're just bleeding out any air. So the idea behind this is raise the car to get that header tank above the heater matrix, apparently. So all our pipes are still nice and cool at the moment, but we have got hot air coming out of the heater.
I was saying we'd probably be, what, running for 8 minutes now?
Yeah.
Coming up to 10 minutes?
Coming up 10 minutes. We did have an airlock when we tried previously, and we were steaming and everything starting to boil over, so. Also, with the new oil and plugs, the engine is sounding sweet as a nut.
Again, except for the blow.
Yeah, except from the blow, which is the downpipe, unfortunately. But anyway, onwards and upwards. Let's get it done. Right, we're just going to pull these headlights out. We've got one out already, and we're going to see if we can do anything with these lenses. Have tried a bit of thinners on them. It didn't do anything. So I think it's going to be maybe a bit of wet and dry going through the courses. See if we can bring them back to life.
Yeah, I see currently the prices on these are about £500, but no, was it £600?
And that's for a standard set of lights.
I know they do plastic and glass. The UK spec, I think, were glass, but they're still quite.
But they're more expensive, aren't they?
Well, I think I was seeing UK spec ones for like £1,200 pair. There was £400 8 years ago.
So it's definitely worth trying to save these ones, isn't it? It's worth having a go at them. If it can save 600 quid and get MOT worthy lights, then yeah, why not?
There's 2 nuts in there and a bolt here that comes out. What's that one?
Headlight removed. Sweet. But yeah, this is all loose and hanging down, so we need to address that. Let's get the bumper off. One bumper. So with the bumper removed, we remove the cheap aftermarket horn and start mocking out our couple of Bosch units that we've got. I think we're happy with the position, but obviously we need to test the bumper back on. And then we start looking at the old wiring from the old alarm system, and we can pull that out too. I think we'll go for the fuel filter next. Onto the fuel filter, so a little spray up with the old penetrating oil, and I thought I'd just loosen everything off first. The banjo bolt wasn't too bad. This came off lovely and easy. the hard line from the tank, well, that was a different story altogether. This just would not budge. So I tried wire brushing it, spraying it, just moving it backwards, forwards, but it just wouldn't come off. In the end, I gave up and Chaz dived under there. And between the pair of us and a pair of mole grips, we managed to get that off finally. But yeah, that was a struggle, and I think Chaz had very sore arms after this. Right, we've finally got the fuel filter on. That's taken a good hour, which should have been a 5-minute job. Bolt was rounded, it was seized, but now we're gonna turn the ignition on, crank it over, and see if we've got any leaks. Right, okay, fuel filter is not leaking, and that engine is purring. Right, so we think we found the blow on the exhaust, which we believe is the downpipe, which should be appearing here. So Chaz is just giving that a little wire brush at the moment, and we're going to be using some of this gun gum to repair it. It is a bit of a nasty crack, but me and Chaz have spoken about it, and if we're turboing this, all those downpipes, all that manifold, it's all going anyway. So he's not going to pay out for a new downpipe, just have it on for a few months and then take it off to add a nice big shiny turbo. So we're going to give that a go. We're actually going to put a bit on the lambda sensor as well, because as you can see there's a stud missing there, and it was blowing there also. Chaz is just playing with his white creamy stuff.
I think this is what we're finger banging.
I'm going to have to finger bang it.
Might have to do a couple of layers on that as well. Hopefully it just needs to go touch dry and then your bake's in with the heat.
So standard method is leave it overnight to harden. Accelerated method, speed up drying, leave for 20 to 30 minutes and then run engine slowly. So basically let it idle. There's the downpipe, all gummed up. We'll let that set and then run it up. Yeah, we've still got a bit of a blow going on.
We're just going to bake off that downpipe. The stud all just blew out, bubbled out. So we'll have to redo that. We'll leave it overnight next time.
But yeah, maybe another coat, get us through an MOT.
Yeah.
Just running sweet, really sweet.
Best I've ever heard.
To the whiteboard! Right, we've also got the battery all charged up. We were unsure if this is good or not, so we're giving it a charge, a little trickle charge overnight. And that is in the wrong way round. And we'll find out today if it's any good. Right, let's see if this alternator's actually charging.
We've got 13 there. 13.
13, that's a bit low, isn't it? Yeah, 14 and a half. Right, we're on the brakes. This spacer was seized on. We did get it moving yesterday. But yeah, like everything on the Supra, it's fighting us. And so is the weather now. So we're going to see if we can get as much done as we can to get this back on its wheels. Right, I'm going to hit it with a hammer.
Is that loose?
Yes. Get a bit of heat on it. Oh yeah, it's coming. There we go. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, Chaz. I was expecting to see serious corrosion in there. Right, what we'll do, we'll get the drill attachment on, we'll clean all that up, the hub, and this, and we know it's going to sit nice and flat against it. We'll take our pads out, grease up the pins, back together. Same on the other side. Right, Chaz is just finishing up the passenger side. So I think the next job, if time and weather allows, is to dump this brake fluid and get some nice fresh stuff in. And then we can test it. Right, well that brings us to the end of the second episode on the Supra. This car has fought us every step of the way. We've been on this a good couple of days. And yeah, we thought we'd be much further ahead. But in summary, we got the oil changed. We got the coolant flushed and refilled and bled. We've done the spark plugs. We've now done a brake fluid change. We've stripped down the front brakes, cleaned them up, had them back together, and we got the front end off. So we're moving forward. So also, our bodge on the exhaust downpipe with the putty, that has worked. So that's the exhaust blow gone now. That's another one off the list. We've also got the fuel filter done. We've tested the alternator and that is charging. We've charged the battery overnight, we're all good, got the voltage we want, which is also sorted out the immobiliser and central locking. So that's another job done. So we got halfway through the horns. We think we've got our mounting position, but Chaz is going to carry on with a bit of wiring on that. So next time, it's pretty much ready for an MOT. And I think next time we're going to be going through like the under trays and the belly tray, have a look at the boot leak, the roof leak, all those kind of bits and pieces. But you know, we've both got work commitments and other commitments, so there's only so much time we can spend on it. If you haven't already watched the first episode, go back and watch that now. And other than that, we'll see you in the next one. This spacer was...
Okay, we'll tie it on.
Right, let me just do this a little bit. Hold it there, yeah. Right, we're on the brakes. This spacer
Wait,
was...
let me make sure I didn't move that. Can you see it? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
man.
Sorry.
Right, you good?
Yeah.
Right, we're on the brakes. This...